It doesn't matter. This is gonna be a, what's it called? Line renderer? Yeah. Okay. Positions, where are you at here? Okay. I want to grab this position. Can I copy and paste them? Can I do that? Can I do that? Can I do that? Copy. Paste. Damn the devil. Just want to see what this looks like. Yo, Kieran, crazy. What's going on? Nice to have you. 0. Oh, because that's right. I need their actual global positions. Damn it. There's no way to get that without moving it. Whoops. Okay, I'm gonna have to write a script, unfortunately, because I can't get the global positions. What's this toy? So welcome to day 3. I'll give you the quick rundown. If you want the full story on this, go watch the beginning of part 1 or part 2. I give the full rundown, but basically I have this toy. It's called Sanjigan, and this is the case for it. And essentially it's a 2-player game. Player 1 and player 2, they take turns putting a peg in the board. You want to get 3 in a row, 3 times on this board to win the game. And I'm currently trying to figure out if this game is solved or not, which just means that the game can end in a draw if both players are playing optimally. Because I had an opportunity to get this toy manufactured, but yeah, the game wasn't solved. I couldn't prove that the game was solved or not, so they backed out. They lost interest. So I'm revisiting this a few years later. I'm curious to know if the game is solved or not. So I made a digital version, and that's currently what I'm working on. Before I move on to, I think I got the answer, but before I move on to actually going into detail about that specifically, I want to add the final feature, which is just like draw a line through every score. That's what I'm going to do right now, actually. And I don't think that I can get a quick example of what that looks like because I don't have access to the world position. So I'm going to write a quick script. It shouldn't be too difficult. It should be maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes to complete this task. Excuse me. First thing I need to find is points. Yeah, so this array of points should be exactly what I need. So for, oh, I'm already doing that. Here I can just print. Wait, what is the point of this? It's just for printing, and I left the legacy code. Yo, what's up to Adil? Nice. Why don't you brute force program the format results into a spreadsheet? Brute force program and format results into a spreadsheet. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about doing. We were having fun making a heuristic for the game. Over the last couple of days, it's been really fun. We could have just brute forced it with like a Monte Carlo tree search, but we're having fun doing the heuristic. So now I think that I've got the heuristic good enough where we can get answer to the question. We don't have to do any brute forcing. The answer is no, it's not solved. Player one has an advantage that they can take advantage of every single time. But before I get into more details on that, I wanted to quickly try and add one more polishing feature. Here we go. Perfect. Okay, so 0, 3, 6. Perfect. Okay, so then what I can do is I can grab this right here. I can take technically I don't need this. However, what am I doing? I need to get the position of every single piece. Do they have the position stored? No. What about on the piece? Does the piece have any reference to position? They do. Perfect. The end should be... I'm not sure if end is... if that's local or is that world? It's local. Okay. So then what I want to do is actually use the object and get the world position. But first what I need to do is create a new... I'm just going to write this out. So first I need to create a new line renderer. That's going to happen here though, right in here. And then once I create the new line renderer, then I need to assign all of the positions. That should be pretty easy. And then later we can do the graphics element of it. Why not color the game into a dice so that they roll it to determine the first player? No, I don't like randomness. I think, my personal opinion, I think it's bad design when you add randomness. It just makes the game a little less fun. But yeah, just bear with me. I'm gonna get this out of the way real quick, and then we can get into all of the what we're gonna do moving forward. I don't understand 3D programs. I never had a good teacher, and I get frustrated easily. Respect to all you makers out there. Yeah, 3D is not, it's not that difficult. I promise if you just remove the idea of like 3D from your mind and just follow tutorials, like you'll pick it up pretty easily. I think oftentimes what like prevents us from mastery is ourselves, oftentimes. The limitations that we put on ourselves. Okay, so let me just do this really quick. So where am I going to place this? I think the actual piece itself is probably the best. Wait, forgive me. I have to put on chapstick really quick. All right, nice and glistening. Okay. So create a line renderer. I'm gonna place that on. I think you only have one line renderer per object, right? Let me just confirm that to be true. Because if I'm wrong, I'll just throw it on one item the lazy way. Boom. Line renderer. Yeah, you can only have one per object. Okay. So then, wait, how is this gonna work then? Should I just create I should just create a new object completely, like just to, I won't have any collisions. So game object, line render equals new game object. Perfect. And then we can go lr.add component line renderer. Okay. Now we assign all the positions here and here. We go, please don't be any funky Unity funkiness positions. Oh, I didn't get a reference. I'm gonna say line renderer. I'm gonna say LRO equals line render object. Line render object dot position. Set position. Yes. This should do it. Position of J. Right? No. Yeah, position of J. And then piece of Jesus Christ. We gotta take this dot object dot transform dot, no, it is a transform, so dot position. This should give us the global position. And this should give us something, if not a bug at the very least. I'm gonna post the stream in the Discord. Okay, tight. Let's test this out. We're gonna try and get a point here. All right, it did something. It definitely did something. Hmm. That's not what I was expecting. Is it updating? It's not updating. Oh, it needs the update though. Right, because it rotates. It rotates. Okay, wait a sec. I wonder if I parent it, will the line rotate with the object, or do I have to do that? Update every single frame. Let me see. I'm gonna actually parent this to the board. Yeah, I think I have to update it every single frame. How annoying. That makes me not want to do this feature. I'm gonna work on this for maybe 10 more minutes. If it is too much work, then I'm just going to say, forget about it. It's not that important. Okay, we'll do public update all line renderers. Okay, this is a void. And what we're going to do is check. We need a check for winner. We basically need to do all this minus the board.add. Basically, I can remove that from here now. Okay. Points. This is not important anymore. Glow is already assigned, taken care of. This should be mostly everything that we need. I think I might be missing one thing, but this code it should be everything that we need. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add update all line renders into the update function and pray for the best. Update all line renderers. All right, let's see what we got here. I have an error. The worst kind of error. Indexing isn't right. The worst kind of error. Easy fix. Easy fix. All right. Okay. Let's see. Can we get some? Ooh, snaps. What is going on there? No. Oh, it's out of bounds. So we have to. That's annoying. So we have to make the length of it longer by going LRO dot size or something. Position count. Oh, I can set it here to 3. Will this work? Let's see if this works. I like how your game made a new difficulty in the strategy of X and O's, where if you get 3 next to each other, your opponent might get 3 in the next move. Thank you, Crazy. Thank you. That don't seem right. Maybe if I turn down the... Oh, it's creating them infinitely. Whoops. Okay. That's not what we want. But even then, it's still not updating, so that's not good for us. Well, first, let's get rid of the infinite problem. I'm getting a little sick of this issue. This is not that important. I kind of want to move on to the next thing. Yeah, because then I'm going to have to make like a dictionary? I can do a hash set. A hash set will solve my problem pretty easily, I think. Let's do a hash set. String should be good. Line, let's call it line store equals new. Okay. This is P is point. It's a point array. So then what is pause? Then I should just make the hash array to be whatever this is. This is int array. Okay, let's do an int array instead, actually, for the hash set. Line store is going to be an int array. Perfect. Now we can go back down here. And where is it? We need to do it here. So line store dot add p of I dot pause. Yeah. And then what we want to do is if line store contains p of I dot pause. Rather, if it does not contain, then we will run this logic. Actually, let's just do this. Continue. If it does contain it, let me just move on to the next one. That makes our lives a little easier. A little easier to read too. Okay, this should remove our duplication problem. Love this channel. Shouts to Isaiah, Mr. Technology. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Oops, I messed up there. And it did not. It did not. Why is that? Why is that not working? Why is that not working? I'm adding it, line store. Okay, look, I'm over it. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from this. I'll probably do that off stream or something like that. Let's get into where we're at with this project. So this is day 3, and we've been working on this for the past few days. Mostly just trying to figure out a heuristic that we can use in the actual on the board for the AI, so that we don't have to code a like more complex AI. And we haven't had much success over the last few days, but I think that I finally cracked the issue that we were having um, last night. And if I run this right now with both heuristics, you'll see that the game will result in an exact tie. However, man, I'm messing this up. I did too many things off stream that I keep forgetting. The first thing I need to address is that the heuristic is good enough to use to answer the question if this game is solved or not. Where is this code at? Check for winner. Yeah. That deleted. It's also tell I deleted it. There's code somewhere that stops the game at 3 points. Oh, it's up here. It's up here. Right. It's right. It's right here. So if I remove this, I can show you that with the current heuristic we have, the game will play. Both AIs will play to like pretty optimally. Not the most optimally, but pretty optimally. Hola, ¿cómo estás? None much, Max. What's going on? What if the player starts for a middle like at Rubik's Cube? It doesn't matter. It honestly doesn't matter. Well, if the player one will always win the game. So here's the two heuristics playing against each other, and you'll see that all blue is doing, who is player 2, it just like mirrors what player 1 does. And you might think that that is a bad strategy. Well, I'm sorry to tell you that it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what you do. The player 1 will always win. And I'll prove that to you in just a second. Again, this is first to 3 in a row wins the game. So yellow already has 2. All it needs to score is right there, and it wins the game. And there it is. So that's the game over. And blue was 1 away from winning, but as you can see, yellow already won. Now you might think that that's a bad strategy for blue to mirror. Well, I'm going to jump into player 2, and I'm going to play against it myself. So that's where they're going to go. I'm going to do opposite, right? And I'm going to block, right? Doesn't matter. They went on this side. Now they have 2 potential points. If they go here, they get a point. If they go there, they get a point. It makes most sense for me to go here because then I can get a point. So I'm going to go there, right? Where do they go? And this is where it's not most optimal. Like, arguably, they should have got the point there, but they didn't. But you'll see why it does not matter. I'm going to jump ahead of them and get a point. Now they got a point. So technically, I'm ahead 1, and they have 1 point. Now, by the way that they set up the board, I don't have the opportunity to just score again. I have to set up another score with a couple of moves. However, you see that they can just score one more time. And even though they're not playing, this heuristic isn't playing super optimally, there's nothing I can do. There's no strategy in the book that I can do to beat them. As you can see, they just won with 1, 2, 3 points. They just won with 3 points. I'll try from another approach. I'm just going to go completely defensive here. So they're there. I'm going to touch that because that's what face they're on. I'm going to block there, or I'm going to try and block preemptively. Just make sure they can't get those double points on every face, right? Let's go here. They have more there. I'll block that. Sure, I'll block this one. And now they just cashed it on the first point, right? Now this is where it gets tricky, because they have a lot of potential points in the bank. They have 1, 2, 3. They have 3 potential points in the bank. There's no way I can block 3. But best thing for me to do, honestly, is probably to take this corner defensively and hope that I can rein it in. I didn't see where they moved. I don't know where they moved. I should have like a last move preview. But I do know that they still only have 1 point, so I'm gonna cash in there, and I got 1 point. Good. So now we're 1-1. Looks like I'm doing good, right? They just got 2. One more move, and they won the game. They can do there, win the game, or there to win the game, or there to win the game, or there to win the game. It doesn't really matter what I do. It doesn't really matter where I go. I'm pretty much cooked. But I'll try and put up a fight, and I have more pieces on this, so I'll go there. And they're going to go right there and win the game. There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do. This game is not solved with the current rule set. However, this is where it gets interesting. If I were to go back to the code and I change the win state of the game to be, instead of first 3 in a row to win, it is, the game is now played by, you fill up the board and then you count. Whoever has the most points wins. Now the game becomes a little more competitive. Well, the game actually becomes solved, to be honest. Why does the text keep moving? I don't understand. Why does it keep doing this? Like, I move it and then it moves back and then it moves. Like, what is going on with this? Sorry, I'm gonna move the score back onto the screen real quick. I don't know why it keeps being defiant. Stop it. Deselect. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Okay. Now the points are back on screen. So what was I gonna do this turn? Oh right. So I removed the I changed the rules of the game. Now you want to fill the board and then count the points at the end. So I'm gonna let the 2 heuristics play against each other, and we'll see how this fares this time. Right? Yellow goes there, blue's gonna go on the opposite. Right? It's a given. And then they're probably gonna go down here. And then they're gonna mirror that. It's very boring. It's very boring to watch the heuristics go at it. But the point is not to have an exciting match when the heuristics go at it. The point is to check if this game is solved or not. So yellow got its 1. Now blue's about to get its 1. Very good. Now yellow is going to go there. So then blue's going to go on the opposite side there. Very good. Yellow got its 2nd point. And then blue's going to copy, go in the center. All right. Then yellow's going to go probably on this corner, probably. Yep. So then blue's going to take this corner. And you can see they're going bar for bar. 3, 3. They're just staying even across. And what you will find is at the end of the game, they'll have the exact equal amount of points. I wish I could speed this up a bit. Yellow got 6. Blue got 6. There is 8. That's a twofer. So that's going to go 1, 2. So that's +2. They're even. Now they're going to go to war for these center pieces. Yellow's going to go there. Blue's going to go on the other side. Just mirrors it. Yellow goes there. And then blue goes there. Oh, I missed yellows. I guess they went on the other side. So then now yellow's going to get 1 more point there. And then blue's going to get their final point there. And that's the end of the game. Perfectly tied score, 9-9. This rule set is solved. I don't think that this is as fun as the other rule set. I think there's a lot less strategy involved, potentially. I don't know. But it's at least solved. So, where I'm currently at is I have the answer to my question. Was the original game solved? It was not solved. So I did a good job with letting the toy manufacturer that it wasn't solved. I didn't lie to them. It was true. And changing the rule set, now the game is solved. I think a little less fun, to be honest, but it is solved. And where do I go from here? I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure. But I want to play against the heuristic with this new rule set. Yay, day 3, shouts to Outer Cloud. Welcome, welcome. All right, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna play like a little wild, a little optimally. Mostly defensive though. Let's see what happens. Since the game is different. It's a different game now. I should have went there. That'd have been more points. Well, they didn't go there, so I'll take the lead. Don't mind if I do. Okay, I'm gonna defend here because that connects with one of mine. I don't think they're gonna block. They're not smart enough to block. Okay, they took the lead. Wow. I have to defend here because that is gonna be trouble if I don't. I have to. And I got a point. Nice. But they're still whooping my ass. I get a point and a corner. Hell yes, please. Okay, now we're tied. Okay. Now let me do some big brain assessment real quick. What is their best move? I think that's their best move right there. That move sucks for me a lot, but I can block and prevent their next point. They only have one in the can. Okay, I think I'm gonna actually block. Do I have any power plays? I don't think I have any power plays. So I think I'm gonna just block their next point. Bada bing. And they still got a point. I need to add a last move feature because I don't know where they went. Okay, so let me do some big brain. I don't want to lose this. I need you guys to cheer me on, okay? I can't lose this battle. Especially, we wrote the heuristic, so how sad is that? Can you provide an insensitive to incentive? You're saying incentive to get the first point, first 3 in a row. Maybe it's worth 2 instead. You got to get better, man. Well, tell Blue that defending could be worth more in the beginning. Well, Blue, I'm playing Blue. I'm playing Blue, so you're making fun of me right now. Okay, let me just do some big brain assessment real quick. This makes my brain hurt. Do I have nothing? I don't have anything? Wow, I have literally nothing right now. Looking at the board, I honestly have no idea what's the best place to go. There's no more corners left, right? There's no more corners. Is there a center? Gonna take a center somewhere? There's no more centers. So then it's a matter of like what edge is most optimal for me. It'd probably be like this. No, I found it. Within the camera moved. It's this one. It's for sure this one because this is empty and this is empty. I'm taking it. Please don't go 5 yellow. I have to add a last move. I don't know where they went. Oh, there they go. They went right there. Okay. Good. Okay. Guys, I can do this. I can do this. If I score here, oh yes. That's gonna give me +1, and I'll have another one that can if he doesn't take that spot. Boom. Don't take that spot. Just don't take this spot. Ooh, yeah, I took the lead. I took the lead. Oh, they tied up with me. I wasn't paying attention. Is that game over? Is it a draw match? Can I get any more points anywhere? There's 3 spots left, I think. 1, 2, 3. I think that's it. Because I can't score on any of those. I have no score potential. Oh, that's not true. Wait a second. Wait a second. I can get a point there. Can they get a point in rebuttal? Are they all pointed out? Let me examine really closly. If I go there, they go there or there, then I stop them on the next turn, right? Oh my god, I think I might have won. As player 2, I think I might have won. Oh my god. Yo, I won! I won! Yo! I can't believe it! That was actually more exhilarating than I thought it was going to be. That was way more exhilarating than I thought it was going to be. I actually beat him. I beat the AI. Look. I have many thoughts. Let me cook for a second, okay? First of all, we changed the heuristic. The heuristic used to be first three in a row. How do you say that? 3 in a row 3 times. First one to get that wins. It was obviously unbalanced for many reasons. Heuristics. I meant to say we changed the rules on how the game plays. But now with the new way the game plays, you fill the board up and then you count the points. Whoever has the most points wins the match. It makes more sense. And as you've seen, it's solved. So now this just indicates that I actually don't have the best heuristic for this type of game possible. Maybe. I'm not sure if it's possible to always draw depending on the starting conditions. I imagine it is. If it's solved, then I guess that's what that means. But this is exciting. I beat the AI. Do you think you could beat the AI? How many of you guys think you could beat this AI? This is really exciting. I love this. I love this. Okay. I don't really know where to go from here. The whole point of these streams were to create the ultimate AI. So that I can try and figure out if this game is solved or not. We didn't need to use we didn't need to use the new age artificial intelligence, like reinforcement learning and whatnot. We created a heuristic that was good enough to get answer to our question. And the answer to that question is no, the original was not solved, but when we change the rule set, it does become solved. My next natural step that I will want to do is like, okay, well now we can do reinforcement learning on this board, but at the moment I don't really see the point of that. So yeah, that's currently where I'm at. Can we make the game harder? We could make the game harder using reinforcement learning or continue down the path of like optimizing the heuristic. Those are the 2 options for that. Just at this moment, I'm not sure if that's really worth our time at this moment. W, dap me up, my boy. You feel me? This is exciting though. I have a question. Oops. How good can the heuristic do against random? Let's see random versus heuristic. Let's see what happens, okay? Random's yellow, heuristic is blue. Let's see what happens. All right. Heuristic is choosing an interesting spot. I've never seen it play this position before. On the first. Okay, all right. So heuristic is, it has some order there. Random obviously is randomly just picking. Okay. First point right out the gate goes to blue. Yeah, I think this is going to be not even close. Oh, wait a second. Random got a point. Color me surprised. Okay, blue has 2 now. Oh, man, random's doing actually pretty good. There's some order in this chaos. All right, blue's on his 3rd point. You going to go for it? You're going to go for it, random? No. Little block there by random. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay, damn, 5 points now. What a lead. What a lead. If that's 6, yeah, I don't think there's any coming back from this. The heuristic would have to blunder so hard. Seven. Oh, nice block. We're still gonna get 7. And then probably 8. Oh, or 7 here and then probably 8. Oh, okay. 3. Nice. Random got 3 at least. 8. Go here, go here, go here, go here, go here. Okay. Or you can do that, get a point and block. Okay. I see you. And it doesn't matter. They set up another move on the other's face. Okay. Yo, random's putting up a fight. I'm not gonna lie. Is that the last spot? I think that was the last spot. All right, and the final score is 5-10. Heuristic is clearly better than random for sure. Is the latest heuristic on GitHub? Yes, it is. The latest heuristic is on GitHub. Okay, look, in the sake of the stream, I would end the stream here because I kind of solved what I was setting out to do. But in the sake of making the streams go on a little longer and be a little more entertaining, let's do this. Let's do this. I am curious on how rewards affect the heuristic. So right now, corners cost 6, edge costs 3, and the center costs 4. I'm curious, like, what if we do... There's something else posted on the Discord by Snith, once again. I didn't get a chance to really read it all, but there's this graphic that they showed where it recontextualizes the different point scoring potential. Let me see if I can pull this over. Where when you lay out the cube in 2 dimensions, you can see the corner, instead of 6, it touches 3 different faces. So maybe we can do the scoring of 3. And center, it touches 1 face, so maybe a score of 1. And then the edges, it touches 2 faces, so maybe a score of 2. I want to try that out and see if, like, maybe just those tweaks alone can give us some improvements. Furthermore, I want to put the 2 bots that has the different scoring heuristics against each other. It's going to require a little coding, but I think we'll get there. First, I want to do heuristic versus heuristic. And I'm going to speed up this real quick, because this is a little too long. Actually, I'm going to make it an exposed variable so I can change it on the fly as I see fit. Public float AI move time equals 2. Okay. Excuse me. Let me simply here. Excuse me. Yeah, move time. All right, beautiful. Beautiful. All right, so let's see if when we change the value of the base value of the positions, let's see how it changes how the game plays. Because if you note, we changed it from 6 to 3 for the corner. Edge was 3 to 2, and center went from 4 to 1. That's a big change. So there's definitely going to be some difference in the way that they play, but let's observe. Okay, so still the same strategy mirrored. Okay, still mirrored so far. Okay, is there a point where they splinter and they don't mirror anymore? Or they get maybe a little defensive? Whoa, wait. Okay, no, they're still mirrored. But they're mirrored in a different way, though. Like, they don't value the center as much as they used to. Which makes sense. It just seems the center's now almost last, but not last. Okay. That's still mirrored. Okay. Doesn't matter. We changed the heuristic. It's still a solved game. It's still solved. It's just the order in which they place things are a little different. That's interesting. Now I'm curious to know what happens if we put the old heuristic versus the new heuristic. Let's find out. I don't know how much coding this is going to take, but bear with me, all right? Equals new int. I'm going to do 6 and then 3. Right. Edge was 3 and 2, and then 2, and then corner was 4 and then 1. Okay. So before I do any of that, we need to name these heuristics. I'm gonna name them. The first one's gonna be expensive. I'm gonna call it expensive, and then I'm gonna call the second one cheap. Just keep it nice and easy. Hey, sorry I'm late. Did I miss any plot points? I think you did. Oops, I think I forgot to turn off DVR for this stream. I can still do it. Oop, too late. You can't rewind now. I hate DVR on streams because people will ask me questions about something that was like 30 minutes ago without knowing that 30 minutes ago, and it's just confusing. Quick aside. Anyways, so yes, Zoltan, just catch up to speed real quick. So, the whole point of the stream was to figure out if the game was solved or not, and I was trying to make like the world's perfect AI to get that answer, but it turns out that we don't need the perfect AI. The heuristic that we created over the last couple of days was good enough to get answered the question if the game was solved or not, and it turns out the game was not solved. With the rule set of get three in a row 3 times, player 1 always had the advantage if they were good enough. There's nothing that you can do to prevent them from winning the game if they're playing pretty optimally. And so, with that answer out of the way, no, the game was not solved. We have now changed the rule set of the game. Now, you fill the entire board, and then at the end of the game, you count. Whoever has the most points win. And when we run the 2 heuristics against each other, it is now a solved game. Playing optimally will get you. It ends with 9 points and 9 points. Which is a solved game. So now what we're doing is we are putting into question what the effects of the base position values do, because we were originally going with 6 points for the corner, 3 points for the edge, and then for the center it was 4, and that was based on how many lines it touches. But what's his name, Smith, posted on the forums on the Discord this image, and it recontextualized how we could also do scoring. So when you unfold the board into 2 dimensions, you'll see here that this corner, it touches 3 different faces, right? The edge touches 2 different faces, and the center touches only 1 face. So that's the new scoring system is going to be 3, 2, 1. And now what we want to do is put these 2 bots with 2 different base board position values against each other. Give me 1 second. I gotta take this call. Quick 1 second. And I'm back. Okay. Yes, no worries, Zoltan. Hopefully that sounds hype to you, because I'm pretty excited to see which one is better. Because they do deviate. We just did a replay. They do deviate at some point, and I'm curious to know if like if they're both playing optimally in their own minds. But I'm curious if there's one better than the other, or if they eventually will like adapt to each other, and then still end in a draw. We're about to find out here shortly. Okay, let me just fix these errors, and when I fix all these errors, oh fudge. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so base value. How am I using this? I gotta figure out how I'm using this. Okay. Right. So this is where we evaluate the position. So then we need to pass in another int here. Evaluate the position of who, or I guess like which. Very hype will be neat to see if the math ends up being the same or different in the long run. Correct. Okay. So we need to pass in which here. And we need to turn base value into, I'm trying to think the best way to go about doing this. Can you just do array? Does that count? Does that work? No, yes, I can't tell. Oh, I have to designate how many. Right. Okay, this does work. We're just gonna go with this. Probably not the best way to do it. I just want to get it done quickly. So then do we have a start? We don't have a start. All right, I'll just throw in the wake. Who cares? You'll live. So then for a base value, we now need to loop through the length of these and then do base value of I equals a new this, right, and then assign base values. No, this is probably not the best way to do it. I need to make a class probably. Yeah, class is probably so we're gonna pass in here, which actually, and I'm just gonna highlight all of these. Do a replace, and then I'm gonna replace this with which, just to make my life a little easier. Oh, I should probably make the code a little bigger for you guys. I'm sorry. Okay. And this should make my life so much easier. Perfect. All right. We'll go back to base value and say, I'm sorry, but you are back to what you were. In fact, I'm sorry, this is a little too big. It's giving me a headache. Remove this. And I'm gonna make a quick little class. I'm gonna call it like AI type or something. Don't judge me, okay? And then here we will store the base value. Base values. It needs to be a public. I'm gonna move this to its own. The script. Quick. Move to. Just to make my life a little easier. Wait, no, open it too. Don't just do that. Why would you just do that? Don't open it. Now I gotta find it. Okay, AI type, perfect. We got that open. Now let's get to work. So assign base values. It needs a which. It needs a which, but it also needs a class. It needs a AI type as well. Or maybe you should return an AI type. Let's try that. I don't usually like coding like this without designing, but whatever. We'll do AI type AIT equals new. Okay. And then we should just be able to do AIT dot, yeah, perfect. Okay. And then we just return the AIT at the bottom here. Okay. I'm going to replace all these. I'm going to go base value. Oops. Base value. And then I'm going to replace that with AIT. Actually, yeah, whatever. Dot base value. Bada bing. Sounds good to me. Looks good to me. Now, it should just be as simple as just cleaning up our errors. We need to obviously store different AI types. Okay, so assign values, it returns an AI type. So let's assign, let's just first get a reference. AI type, we'll call this, what do we call it? Expensive. And then we need cheap. So we'll say expensive equals this, and then we're doing 0, and then this one's 1 for cheap. Cheap. Perfect. These errors are slowly disappearing. So now evaluate position. We should pass in, instead of a which, we should pass in the AI type. Okay. And we'll deal with that in a second. I'm just going to put that just to remember to come back to it. Yes, perfect. You already know what to do. You already know what to do. Perfect. Okay, so then we just got to solve this last thing, which is what AI are we using when we select evaluate position? And how am I handling it? I know I don't use these anymore, so I'm gonna come them out, just get them out of the way. I know this is probably a mess to some of you coders. I usually like to comment out stuff and then remove it after a few pushes on GitHub, just in case. It's just the type of coding I've got into at this point in my life. So judge me as you will. Okay, so we have to pass in our AI type with select evaluated position, and that seems pretty simple. We already have this here. Well, random. Else if, okay, so if we add one more, actually, yeah, I'm not gonna super engineer this. I'm just gonna do the simplest thing that comes to mind. So that is this. And the AI type that we want to pass in is going to be cheap here. And the AI type we want to pass in here is expensive. And it's giving us this Y because we did not say we want an AI type at, and then we'll just pass in there. And that should be everything that we need. Forgive me, I do have to zoom out just so my brain doesn't break as I'm trying to assess this really quick. So we have the cheap and expensive, and this is just to make sure it's 0, which should be corner, edge, and center 6, 3, 4, and the cheap is 3, 2, 1, 4. I just want to double check 3. Its edge is 2. Yeah, and then center is 1. Yeah. Okay. Good. I just want to double check that in here we're actually doing corner of which. Perfect. And then we're making a new AI type and returning it at the bottom. Okay, this should work. This should work perfectly. But as you know, everything, of course, goes wrong when it's time to test it. I have a error. What is this? Handle right click. This is deprecated, right? Yeah, this is deprecated. Okay. Who we put in first player? Are we putting the cheap or expensive? And who's going second player? We going expensive player 1, cheap player 2, or how are we doing this? Before we do that, I'm gonna run random versus cheap really quick. Just for the hell of it. Cheap is blue. What did I say I needed to do graphically? Oh, show last move. Yeah, cheap is still whooping ass on random, which is good. Which is what we expect to see, right? Interesting. So cheap strategy is just essentially because of the way the base value positions are valued. It just does the same thing but avoids the center essentially, and that's game. 7-3, no contest. Okay, let's do the moment you've all been waiting for. Expensive versus cheap. I'm going to give expensive the advantage here, player 1, just because they are the reigning champ after all. And we're going to make cheap player 2. I'm going to increase the time per move to 4 seconds, just so I can have a little more time evaluating. And let's run it. Just remember, expensive is yellow, cheap is blue. Let's run it. Wait, I want to run it maximized. Let's run it. Okay. Obvious first point choice. Expensive always goes out. Okay, we got a mirror match again. At some point, they're going to deviate, though. At some point, they have a disagreement on the best way to win the game. All right, still a mirror match so far, it looks like. Okay. No deviation yet. Okay, are you going to go the opposite? Okay, still mirror match. Still mirror match. Is that? Oh, they deviated. They've deviated. This is where it gets interesting. Blue's getting their ass whooped. Blue is getting their ass whooped. Can they turn it around? Blue is getting their absolutely fucking. Oh, whoa! Power play. They're tied again. Okay, 8. Okay, 8. Okay, all right. Now there's gonna battle for this, and they disagree on the values. So let's see. It all comes down to this middle lane. Ooh, blue got the edge center. Oh, snaps. Oh, snaps. Oh, was that a block by blue? Looks like a block by blue. And that's tie. It's going to end at 8-8. It's going to end 8-8. Interesting. Look. Usually, expensive versus expensive, it ends 9-9. Cheap versus cheap, it ends 9-9. But expensive versus cheap ends 8-8. I'm happy to see that it's still solved. That's interesting. What does this tell us? I think that it doesn't really matter. I think both heuristics are like pretty equal if they can end in a draw. If we run it back, it's going to do the same exact thing. I think, yeah, I'm pretty happy about this. Are there any other ideas you guys have that we can run for bots, it'd be pretty easy to add another bot, at least in terms of the scoring is concerned. Let's just see what happens, just for the sake of entertainment. What if there's a bot that values them all the same? What happens? What happens? Excuse me. I'm gonna call this bot foolish. We'll call this the foolish bot, all right? All right, foolish. And then this is gonna be foolish for 2. Oops. And then we need to add an update, I believe it is. Yeah, we need to add one for foolish here. This should be like a case, like a switch case, but I'm lazy. It'll get the job done. Foolish. Then we're gonna evaluate for foolish. All right, who we put up against foolish? Are we doing expensive or cheap or random? We always have to start with random. We'll build up that we'll build up the climatic. Let's do random has the advantage, and then foolish. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay, foolish is blue. Foolish is blue. There is some order, but random seems to copy a little bit. Okay, blue has a point. Foolish has a point. That was a bad move. That was a really bad move. Oh, maybe not. Actually, hold on a second. You still got a point from it. Okay, okay. Foolish is not doing bad. Okay, foolish. I see you. Take this. Okay, foolish. I see you. You're going to take this next, foolish. I see you. I see you. Then you're going to grab this. I see you. I see you. Okay. Foolish is not as bad as I thought it was going to be. They ended with 9-3. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Who do we put foolish up against next? Do we do foolish against expensive or cheap? Good call. We'll do foolish against cheap. We'll give cheap the advantage. What do we expect? Before we go into this, what do we expect? If the game ends in a draw, then I'm going to question everything about the heuristic, the scoring base values that we did. I'm going to question everything about it. If cheap wins, which is where my money is at, I think that there is some value in making all of the positions have their own value. But if foolish wins, I don't know what I'll do. I honestly don't know. Does the bot have anything that considers minimizing / blocking the enemy scores? Not directly. Maybe indirectly, but not directly. I expect cheap to win, but it will be more interesting the other way. It definitely would be interesting. Let's run it. Let's see what happens. Cheap versus foolish. Cheap is yellow, first player. Foolish is blue, second player. Let's see what happens. All right. Okay. Cheap is okay. Okay. Foolish answered back. A very unorthodox strategy from foolish, but they're answering back so far. Okay, they're still okay. 6, that's a power play. 5, uh-oh, in balance. Oh, okay, but they brought it back. They brought it back. Huh? This looks like it's gonna end in a draw. This is mind-boggling to me. What does this mean? This is mind-boggling to me. What does this mean? Before I go into any deeper analysis, I'm going to run expensive versus foolish. I expect that's going to be a draw again. And then I want to play against foolish myself. I feel like I can beat foolish. That's what I feel. I mean, I beat expensive, so I better be able to beat foolish. Okay. Blue is a little behind, but this is where they catch up like last time. Yep, and then it's just they're gonna get 1 point here each, and it's gonna be a draw game. We've seen this playbook before. Yep, blue got 9 first this time though. Foolish. Shut the hell up. Shut the holy shit up. Foolish beat expensive? Excuse me? No. I gotta run that back. Hold on. As player 2 as well? I gotta run that back. That was a fluke. There's a glitch in the system or something. There is no possible way that just happened. It happens right there. It happens right there. It happens right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Foolish versus foolish. What happens? In theory, yellow's best move. Wait, hold on. I'll read that in a second. I gotta pay attention. They're not even mirrored, are they? They're not even mirrored. They're not even mirrored. What is going on? Well, are they still going to end the tie, though? No, there's a clear advantage for foolish player 1. So then what happens if I do foolish player 1, expensive player 2? I must know. In theory, yellow's best move when foolish had 8 of one side would be to block the remaining corner, yes? Yeah, probably, maybe. I haven't done a deeper analysis on it yet, but yeah, maybe, probably. Probably does need to be some blocking incentives. We're doing foolish as player 1, and then expensive as player 2. Okay. Expensive took the lead. It's foolish. Okay, 8-8. If this flips or they draw, no, they still win. They still win. That is so fascinating to me. You know what? You have the lead, foolish. It's my turn to whoop your ass. Okay. I know your strategy, so I'm gonna take your most prized possession. I'm gonna block you again, because I know you play really. I think if I just continue to block them, because they don't really set up like future moves, I think I'll do pretty well. I'll just keep blocking you. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, they got me. What? They got me with what? Okay. If I go here, I got one and I set up the next one. Perfect. Yep, I can block you and set up my next one. Perfect. Oh, you're trying to trick me. You're trying to trick me with that move. Yes, you are. There you are. You have another one in the can? Nope, you just have that one. Okay, I'm going to block you there. Where'd it go? It went right there. Okay, I'm going to block you, set myself up. Let's see, you went there. Can I block you again and still? The point isn't worth it because you're not going to block me. So I'm just going to block you again. Oh, you still got a point, you bastard. I wasn't paying attention. And you got a corner. I should have, whatever. I'll take mine. I'll cash mine in now. This is edge point. Okay. And you went there. I'm still winning. I'm still winning. I'm going to win. Do I block or do I get another point? I'm in the lead, so I don't have to block anymore. Or so I think. Is that a 2-pointer? So 1 point. That's going to be a 1-pointer. So I don't have to block that. Do you have any more in a can? No. You just have that one, it appears. That's a 1-pointer. Okay, so I can just get my point then here, and then I'll set up for that one. And then that will set up for that one. Okay. Go. You got your point as expected. Wait, where did you get that point at? I thought you were gonna go here. Dude, my eyes suck. Well, I'm still in the lead, so I'm not stressed yet. My best move is here. Get my point, you'll get that point as expected. As long as I can stay in the lead. That's it. That's it. That's the game. I win. I win. I win. And I got 7-5. I win. I'm the better specimen. I'm the better specimen. How does the toy work? It might help if you had UI buttons to snap to the faces. I'm not sure what to make of this. Foolish being expensive is very surprising to me. Because literally they value all positions the exact same. Let me just double check, make sure my eyes don't deceive me. 111. They value all positions the exact same. And so with their philosophy of what it means to play optimally, foolish somehow beats expensive but ties with cheap, which just tells me that there is a heuristic that is better than all three of these out there somewhere. And it probably is incentivizing blocking in some design, but that is a conversation for another day. No Life asks, how does the toy work? I'll explain it really briefly. I'm going to do self versus self. So the way the toy works is it's a 3D board, basically a 3D tic-tac-toe, or at least inspired by tic-tac-toe. And what you want to do is you want to fill up the entire board, and then you want to count all the lines that you have versus all the lines your opponent has. Whoever has the most lines wins. You guys like how I just changed up? You like how I changed up the description on the fly like that with our new rule set? And so, like for example, if I go here, my opponent goes here, then I go there, my opponent goes there, and I go here. That's 1 point, right? And then you want to get as many lines as possible once the board is filled up, and you count whoever has the most wins. That's how the toy works. What was I saying before I said that? Out of sheer curiosity, what happens if we don't value any of them? I mean, the more we reduce the value, it seems like the better it gets. So let's just do one more. I'm just call this dumb. And Dum Dum's gonna be Dum. All right, who do we put Dum up against? Who's the first opponent? Should we do random? Do you think it's any different than random? I don't know. I've lost intuition at this point of what any of this means. Okay, all right, Dum bot is ready. What does it mean for the game to be solved? So that just means that if you play the game at the most optimal, if both players are playing the game at the most optimal play possible, they will end in a draw. That's what solved means. So like tic-tac-toe is an example of a solved game. If you and your opponent both know the most optimal strategy for tic-tac-toe, it will end in a draw every single time. That's the only one that I can think of. There's other ones, but that's a good example. Okay, let's do Dum versus random. Yeah, sure. Let's see what happens. Let's start off. Let's build up the anticipation. All right, so Dum is blue. Random is. Oh, there's some order. Okay, so Dum's not as dumb as we think. It just literally just connects. Wait, what point is this? What point is this? Why is this flashing? Oh, across diagonal. Okay, sorry, I got a little caught up. Is that it? Yeah, Dum Dum is not as dumb as we think. Okay, who's Dum Dum up against next? Let's do... Ooh. In terms of ranking, I think it's expensive is the worst, cheap is the second worst, and then foolish is the best. So let's go down the list. Okay, so Dum Dum again is blue. Expensive is yellow. Okay, expensive got a point already. Expensive is going for 2. Dum Dum got 1. Okay, expensive is whooping ass right now. Dum Dum, you better score big here shortly. 7. Okay, Dum Dum got their ass whooped. Dum Dum got their ass whooped against expensive. Okay, all right. So there is some value in the positions. Some. Not much, evidently. Let's do cheap versus Dum Dum. Cheap is yellow, Dum Dum is blue. Okay. Cheap is whooping ass so far. Okay, never mind. It's pretty tied. Okay, there you go. That's a big power move right there. That's a big power move. 8. 10. 11. 11 to 6. I think that's a wash. That's a wash. Okay, let's do foolish versus Dum Dum. All right. Dum Dum again is blue. Foolish is yellow. Foolish is banking in those points early. 4, 5, 8. Oh my gosh. Can they beat 11 though? 9, 10. Nope. Okay, I mean, they all perform relatively the same for the most part. Dum Dum doesn't take immediate scoring position, which is interesting. It will be a very large set of boxes, though. Oh, it sounds like a job for Matchbox AI. Okay, let's do... We didn't do Dum Dum versus Dum Dum to see if they are solved. Let's just see. Oh, there's gonna go... Oh, yeah, they're gonna be solved. Both of them getting, like, 2 points. Wait, actually, hold on a second. All the points can go to yellow. wait. All the points can go to yellow. That's interesting. Sucks to suck, I guess. Okay, blue got 2. Blue got 2. Interesting. I think that's interesting. Oh, man. Oh. I think that's interesting. All in all, I think that this portion of the stream we've been doing comes to an end. We set out to figure out if this game, this toy, Sanjigen, is solved or not. Created a digital version of the Sanjigen board and ran some simulations. We spent the first 2 days trying to discover a heuristic just because it was fun. We were planning on adding like the more modern artificial intelligence algorithms to it, but it turned out that building the heuristic was fun. And then we got to a point where the heuristic was good enough that we get an answer to our question, which was the game solved? And it was not solved. And so what we did then was we changed the rule set of how you play the game from you have to get 3 in a row 3 times. First to get 3 in a row 3 times wins, to the new win state, which is fill the board up and then count how many lines each player has. And that is as far as I've thought in terms of like what I want to do with this live stream. So I'm not sure where to go from here. I would be ending the stream now, but I want to do one thing before I leave. I want to add one feature, and just a quick little promo check. Go to Jabrils.com, enlist in the JPB. That's the Discord. I post this code for free. There's no paywall or anything that you can play with this if you want to. Add your own AI, do whatever you want. Join the Discord. It's in the Sanjigan channel. And last thing I'm gonna do before I leave is I want to highlight the last move. Just so it's a little easier to play against it, if that's something that interests you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to Dum versus Self. And wait, I don't want it to maximize. I want it to play focused. And so what I have a really simple solution for this. So I have this the shader, I wrote it myself, right? And there's this cool feature that I wanted to utilize, which is piece. Where is that? Where is that? Edit. There it is. Okay. There's this cool thing that you can do with the alpha, is it? I think it's the alpha. I think it's the alpha. If I go -1 on the alpha, no, that's set by code. Nope, that's not alpha. Which one is it? Is it glow? No. Wait, there's something. Damn it. I didn't make a variable for it. Oh, no, it's the outline. My bad. I need to edit the outline and change the alpha of the outline to be -1. Pause it. -1. There it is. There it is. So that you can see there's a little highlight effect when we change the alpha of the outline to be -1. And so what I want to do is whatever the last position was placed, just change the alpha to be -1. Simple as that. It's just a little simple highlight. You can rotate the board around and you can see where was the last move placed. Simple. In theory. In practice, we're probably going to be here for another 20 minutes. What if there are like 4 players? Hey, Brian, listen, all right? The code is up on GitHub. Join the Discord. You can grab it and do whatever you want to it, all right? That is not a job for me. Dum doesn't take the immediate score. Oh, I already read that. Okay, so to do that, I need to do it on pieces, I'm pretty sure, is where I set the material glow alpha. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is set here. Just to double check, I'm gonna just modify this and just see. I'm pretty sure this sets it for both. I just need to remove it for one of them. Yep. Okay, cool. So what I want to do is I want to break this into 2. First, I have to get an understanding which is which. Rend materials length. That is going to be transparent and outline. Okay. So then I can just simply do this, remove the for loop. There's only 2 of them. And if I do this, this should make all of them highlighted now. And we'll be about halfway there. Yep, all of them will be highlighted now. Cool. Now I just need to add the filter of which ones will be highlighted. I'm just gonna do a temporary bool of highlight here, just to have the logic for when I come back equals false. So highlight. Highlight 1, -1 actually, -1, 1, and times the alpha. Okay. Now I need to connect this highlight to the actual game, and then we'll be done. And I don't think that's terribly difficult. All we have to do is when we call select position here, we just got to store that last. We have to store it. Last select equals P. And this should be our reference point to what was the last thing selected. This is int public int last select. Okay. Now we should be able to go back to piece. There's an ID. So then highlight equals. How do I get a ref? How do I get a ref to the back to the board? So board dot last select equals ID. This should do the job. Let's find out. I'm going to make your IDE font cursive. Good luck, because I am push only, okay? Perfect. Look at that. So now we have a highlight for where the last move is, no longer confused on where the opponent went. Beautiful. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Simple, to the point, and easy. I didn't want to go there. Yeah, they simply just, the dum-dum just simply walks from 0 to 26, like, or 0 to 25, rather. That's their strategy. Okay, I think that does it for this stream. I don't really have any other objectives. I'm kind of all out of objectives, and I don't want to keep you guys on the stream to bore the hell out of you with no objectives. So I'm gonna skedaddle here. I want to give you all a huge thank you for hanging out. How long has it been? It's been 1:32. I want to thank you all for hanging out for these streams. I'm not done streaming. I'll probably be back, but with a different objective, a different goal, different title, different thumbnail. Maybe tomorrow, maybe the day after, maybe next week. I'm not sure. Streaming is fun. I enjoy this. Thank you all for coming out. Join the Discord. Go to Jabrils.com. Check out all the links that are there. Participate whatever you want to participate in. And I'll see you guys either on the next stream or the next YouTube upload.